Hey everybody, it's Mr. Kurtz here. We got about 3 weeks remaining in the school year, and if we were together, we would be either taking HSA exams or preparing for exams. So in saying that, there's a lot of time that we would have spent in class preparing for our tests, which you don't have to take. All right, so I lead with that because what you're going to see over these last 3 weeks is you're going to see a decrease in the amount of assignments that I'm asking from you. And I just wanted to kind of prepare you, and if your parents were wondering why there didn't seem to be as much, that's really the reason, is that the content's going to exhaust itself, and there's no reason to prepare for an exam that you're not going to take. So we're just going to continue with the content we have. And I'll go through what I'd like to see you do this week now. These two folders will be published tomorrow morning, and I'm going to start with the first one. The first one is your final service learning articles. This is our third set. We talked about this when we were together earlier about the amount of hours you have to do, and this is the final set. I'm releasing them this week, and you'll notice the dates, May 26th through June 12th. That's the last day of the school year. My expectation would be that you do one article each week over the next 3 weeks. Now, I'm releasing them to you, and you can complete them at your leisure. So you can do them all now. You can do them all next week. You can wait till the last week, or you can do one and then one and then one. It's up to you completely. The instructions are listed here. We've done these before. When you open it, you'll see this folder. You'll click on this, and it should open up the assignment itself. As always, the articles are worth 100 points. This is your, when you download this is the questions for you to consider. And you're going to do 3 of these, so if you want to download 3 separate documents, or you can copy and paste these prompts onto one page, and you can just do all 3 of them in one page. It's completely up to you. And then these are the articles you have to choose from. This is the other document that I've given you. I'm giving you a little bit of choice here. There's going to be 5 articles to choose from, and I've put the topics here. There's a topic of elderly care, and this one comes from Japan on Reuters. Education in Baltimore. Crime, the hate crime bill, and that's the story from Georgia. The Ahmaud Arbery case. Medical, which would be inflammatory symptoms in kids that they've noticed that have shown up with COVID, and issues with inflammation in younger teens and early 20s. And then the economy choice would be the Maryland article about reopening the economy. So there's 5 choices. You need to do 3. And then when I go back here, if you look at the instructions, it just says clearly exactly what I'm saying now. 5 articles, you need to complete 3 of them. You need to have them done by June 12th. Including the questions and instructions document, which I showed you. You can submit each article reflection separately, or you can type all 3 on one document and submit them together. You'll have until June 12th, the final day of assignments, to submit this assignment. All right, so repeat the instructions below for each of the 3 articles. First, choose an article. Second, read the article. Third, think about how this article affects you personally, our community, the state of Maryland, and the United States, and honestly, humans. So when we were doing these together, this is what we focused on. This is how you reflect. You reflect internally on yourself, the people around you, a lot of the people closest to you, and then our nation, and then our world. If necessary, and we did do this when we were together, complete additional research on the topic of the article to enhance your knowledge and your reflections. It gives you more to write about. Answer the prompts and the questions, and then complete your thoughts in paragraph form. I'm going to say that one more time. Even though they are listed as questions, you should be typing a few sentences for each of these prompts, and it should be in paragraph form. So my advice would be type the header information up here. You do not need to do citations. Then I would type my paragraph below question 5, and then once the entire paragraph is complete, I'd go ahead and erase these. I'd delete these 5 questions out of the way. So the final product would be heading, bibliography information, and then your paragraph below. Do that 3 times. You can submit them individually if you do them on separate sheets, or you can submit them all at once at the end. All right, so this folder will be here for 3 weeks. You can submit right to that folder. All right, so while that's going on, the weekly folder is here, May 26th through May 29th, a short week. So I'd like to see you do maybe 1 article, and then I'm giving you a final foreign policy assignment, and this is a practice EBOS on NAFTA. All right. When you open it up, you'll see this document. It's 1 document. Download it, save it to your computer, and it's going to look like this. It'll be in Word. We've done these before. We did a few when we were together. This is your essential question that you're going to type an answer to or a claim at the end. Has the North American Free Trade Agreement been beneficial for the United States? So this is all about, is it benefiting the U.S.? All right. You're going to look at each source. All right. Source A, source B, C, political cartoon, D, pros and cons, those are always nice, and then you're going to answer the questions that follow. I'd like to see you just using Microsoft Word. When it downloads, you can just select the text and then hit like highlight. So if you think the answer is A, you would select all of A, hit highlight, change it to yellow, just whatever color you pick, and then move on to the next question. These sources can be a bit challenging. If you were using this document and it was HSA, I wouldn't be able to assist you. But if you're not really sure what you're looking at, please send me a message through Remind or through Schoology so I can talk you through what you're looking at. I know when I did this in the past with students in class, analyzing this graph together was a bit of a challenge. So if you need help with that, that's something you need to send me a message and let me know what kind of questions you have. All right. So answer those questions by highlighting, and then finally, down here at the bottom, answer the essential question. Has the North American Free Trade Agreement been beneficial for the United States? Develop a claim, cite evidence from the provided sources, and then use your knowledge of government to answer this response. All right. So in my mind, that should take you 1 class period or an hour or so. So that would be 1 day of this week. One of the articles would be another day. And then finally, from inside this folder, I just have one other thing, and this is to prepare for next week's assignments. We're going to be looking more at the economy. So I'm asking you to answer just 1 discussion prompt about COVID-19 and the economy to get you thinking about the economic systems and the government's interactions. So when you click on this, this is a comment. So you're going to read the prompt, do a little bit of research, then type out your comment, post it, and then once you post yours, other students will be able to comment on yours. So let me just read through the questions and what I'm asking you to do here. Next week, we will learn about the relationship between our government and the economy. For this discussion, to better prepare for next week's materials, please answer the 2 questions below and comment on at least 1 classmate's post. I know sometimes we're not getting as many students posting, so if you're the first one in there, just check back periodically. All right, so number 1. Use the internet to discover one way the government has attempted to help our economy during the COVID-19 pandemic. Share your discovery in clear details so that your classmates who did not read the articles you found can understand what the government has done. So, pandemic, COVID-19, you're going to search out economy, COVID-19, you're going to search out maybe economic stimulus. You're going to try to find an article that says something about what the government has tried to do to help the economic systems while people have not been able to go to work. So hopefully if everyone finds different articles, we'll have a nice collection of stories. Second, explain 1 or more plans you think the government should consider to help the economy as a whole or for individual citizens. Hint, you could research what some other countries have done for their economics, and always topics to search would be economic stimulus. So you hopefully have had some conversations with your parents about your own situation in terms of economics, whether they've been able to continue working, if they've not been working, if they've had to collect unemployment. Everybody's situation is going to be different. So some people are very happy with what's been going on with the economics, and a lot of people are upset. So what I'm asking you to think about for this one is, if you could talk to the government and suggest something they could do to fix our economy, what would that be? And honestly, if you look at what some of the other countries in the world have done, you might find something that we're not doing that has been done in, say, Canada or in Germany or in some other country, and then you could make that your answer. Hey, why don't we do what they did in Canada and do this? This would help the people. So, 2 things to think about, 1 research and then 1 for you to consider for yourself. Type out your response, post it, and then check back periodically. And in terms of just posting on another classmate's post, as always, be kind, be courteous, and really just if you have a question for them or a comment, put it on there, and we'll be good to go for our economics lessons next week. So to recap, as many of the service learning articles as you would like to complete, the NAFTA EBOS and the COVID-19 economics discussion are your assignments for this week. I'm available through Remind all week long. It's a 4-day week, so Tuesday through Friday, but I'll make the due date Sunday as always. Hopefully, if you need me, I will be back to you very quickly. Stay safe, be smart, don't put yourself at risk if you don't have to, and we'll talk soon. Take care.